I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
No.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Oh no, you're not ready.
Turn around.
Oh my god.
Bro's on 10 right now.
So chat voted on the topic. I believe you owe a shot, and then they want you to go explain female anatomy.
Oh,
I knew y'all were gonna say that, man.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
why did you do that?
All right, here I go. I knew
That's the one the world needs to know about.
We're in for quite a treat.
We have an intro plan.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, never mind.
Knowledge.
Wow.
And he's gone.
Pan through.
She left. Class is out.
Yep.
Welcome, everybody.
You were over 15 minutes late. Legally, we're allowed to leave.
Leave, yeah,
I'm
yeah. I know that
Fuck
rule.
school.
I'm going to the bathroom, you fucker. Oh, you're drinking in class?
I'll be
Here,
sure.
I'm
Like,
reporting.
Are we watching a movie today?
Wait, stop.
Are we watching a movie today,
Oh,
Professor?
of course. Shut the fuck
Shut
up,
up.
baby.
I
Sucking
want-
nerd.
You would be.
Hey,
Hey.
I deserve some respect here.
Okay,
I'm a
sorry.
PhD on
Hey,
female
Professor
anatomy.
Klein.
Sorry,
Professor
Professor.
Klein. Fuck
Cheers
you.
to the vagina.
Cheers, my dude.
Professor Klein.
John.
All right, this
Your mom.
professor rules.
Today, my wonderful students today, I, Ethan Klein, is a PhD in female anatomy. A flawless understanding of the
Can't even read.
reproductive system of the female body, which is a masterpiece in itself. Sometimes I wonder, does God exist? Does he need? But yet I look at the vagina and all the associated mechanical parts, and I think to myself, wow.
Well, God is a woman.
Maybe there is a God.
God is, and she's a woman.
That's what
She's a
Ari
woman
said.
for sure. Although if God was a woman, she would have made men have birth. You know what I'm saying? Found it.
That's right.
Thank you.
God's canceled.
God canceled.
Yep.
All right, so where to begin? I mean, the female anatomy, I mean, we're talking about reproductive miracles. Every month, the woman has what is known colloquially as the period. The period is when the vaginal lining comes off and out.
At least I've seen what a vagina looks like.
It
I'm
comes
surprised
off,
you know about the lining.
It comes off and out.
Mm.
And I believe there's also eggs that come out during the period.
Is this going to be on the exam?
Yeah.
This will be on the exam, so please take it.
Those eggshells.
So every month, you know, we call it the cycle, right? And this is, we're talking about when is the optimal time to, when is the most fertile moment to conceive.
Mm.
And so once a month, the woman experiences this vaginal lining and an egg. They come out once a month, and they says, come fertilize me.
Wait.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Why do they come out once a month?
Because that's something
And the
about the
line-
moon.
The moon does it?
Something about the moon cycle.
I think I heard something about that. You're very smart, Professor. You know your stuff.
Something about the moon.
Yes.
Because the body wants to reproduce. It's our biological imperative.
I see. I see.
And so every month, boom,
Boom.
boom, drop it like it's hot. Boom, drop it like it's heavy.
The process of boom, drop it like it's hot
Like
happens
this.
once a month.
Kobe!
Now let me hear you say, "Way-ho!"
Wayo.
What if it doesn't come? Who
Yeah.
do you go
So if it doesn't come, this is well, basically there's two options here. One,
You want to come?
sorry, Dan. Sorry, Dan?
You want to come?
Sorry, Dan?
Later, Dan, later.
So if it doesn't happen, then you have an issue, clearly. But so if you haven't been sexually active, that's definitely something you want to talk to your doctor about. If you have been sexually active, you're going to want to take a pregnancy test because that means you may be pregnant. Go ahead, Zach.
What's sex?
What is sex? Well, that's a really good question. And most people think that that is simple to answer, but it is actually. All life has sex. It's the basic, it's how we reproduce.
Some life forms are asexual.
Yeah, asexual.
Well, they also have sex with themselves.
And
Do
when
you
you
masturbate, Dan? Yes or no?
You can't reproduce that way.
When you say all life, do you mean also like plants?
Yes, plants.
You do. So plants
Plants.
have sex with each other.
Well, so there's male and female plants.
Right.
And they're fertilized actually in a similar way as mammals are.
The way they drop the eggs.
They photosexualize.
They
So they
drop the eggs once a
they
month?
basically jizz on insects like bees
Yeah.
or flies, etc. And then the flies, the insects, they carry the jizz over to the female
Because they love each other?
because they love each other. And then they fertilize the female flower. And so sex it's a universal concept, my friends.
Wow.
It is. It is.
Thank you.
And so going back to the female anatomy, so let's see, we got the vulva. That's like the whole thing, right?
The Volvo? Great cars. Swedish.
Yeah. Swedish.
Not Volvo, not Volvo.
Edward
Volva.
Cullen drives a Volvo.
Four-cylinder engine, you know?
No.
I love
Volva.
Volvos.
I had a Volvo station wagon. It's my first car.
So you got the whole thing. Now I have does the vulva include the butthole or no?
You know what? You're the professor, but I'm going to go ahead and say no.
I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Because they're very close. And so we're doing
sure.
a narrow cutout. We're excluding the butthole. It's right there, but we're excluding it.
Right.
Thanks.
And then once let's imagine we're in the magic school bus. It's shrunk down
Yeah.
into the anatomy size. We're going in the vagina.
Are you Miss Frizzle?
I'm the principal. You're all my...
Miss Frizzle.
Miss
She's
Frizzle.
the teacher in
You're
Magic
all-
School Bus.
Miss Frizzle
On the-
fucks.
She does
That
fuck
would
so
be
hard.
fuck
Such
hard.
a baddie, dude.
She's
That would
fine.
be a crazy
She is
episode
fine.
of
She is
Magic
fine
School
as
Bus.
I'd tear that ass up.
For
with all
real.
respect.
I'll rizzle that ass.
With all respect. About to frizzle her. I'm about to frizzle her.
That was good.
Hey, yo.
Frizz Miss Frizz.
Okay, so we are traveling into the vagina. Join us, everyone, on this magical journey.
With the frizz? No way.
So here we are. We're talking. Now hold on. We've got the labia, which some people call, and I don't use this offensively, but the beef curtains.
Is that a
That
medical
sounds
term?
offensive.
Is it offensive? I apologize.
That's also the labia minora, right?
The labia minora.
So like in Judaism,
The labia
we light the
minora.
labia
The
minora.
labia minora.
We have 8 candles, right?
I'm sorry for using the claim beef.
Yeah, here's an example, actually. Olivia's running out a diagram of that area.
What is this for?
That's the labia minora right there.
The menorah. It shoots eggs out of every candle. There. And so
On the 8th night, doesn't it do like a few?
It tastes like beef jerky.
These are 8 holy nights. How long does the period last, frankly?
Frankly, 4 to
About
10. So 7, it fits
right in there,
and
right
8
in that
Just
ballpark.
think the fact you
Nights.
said beef
8
curtains.
holy nights.
Beef curtains.
Mom.
I apologize. If that's disrespectful, I'd like to amend my statement and say,
Tastes like beef jerky.
no, Zach. They're like the...
It's on you, bro.
These are like the delicate silk drapery of the finest Chinese
What's the thread count?
silkworm. Thread count all out of control.
Off the charts.
You know, the Silk Road was called this for a reason.
Oh, I see. That's what it is. Damn.
It's truly the finest, most delicate material.
All right.
So once you go past those, we're going inside. So you got 2 holes, right?
Know your way around some meat.
What the fuck? So people don't know this, but there's 2 holes, right?
Huh?
Kind of shocking. Just some. One is the urethra where the pee comes out. Men, we have that as well.
Hell yeah.
The other hole is called the vaginal cavern.
Cavern?
Canal.
The vaginal cavern. Cheers to the vaginal cavern.
Cheers at the vaginal tavern.
The no-no square.
And many of us know that spelunking is a lot more than just a sport.
What?
What?
Spelunking? Does anyone know what spelunking is?
Well, I know what's
What is
Why are we
spelunking?
talking about it?
coming.
What? No.
Diving in a
Spelunking is
cave.
cave diving. It's cave diving.
It's much more than
The
a sport.
exploration of caves, especially as a hobby. A
That's
noun.
what, so I'm saying the vaginal cavern is not just for spelunking.
What?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, so you're calling it a cave?
It's a cavern.
So having sex is exploring caves.
And I'm
I
saying
don't love that either.
spelunkers are
No.
truly the most daring and talented of athletes.
It's a cool cave, like a bat cave.
Pull up a picture of spelunking. Someone type that and pull it up. Y'all don't know what spelunking is?
I've
Do
never
you even
heard.
know what a vagina is?
I have a question, Professor.
Go ahead.
What are yeast infections and how do you avoid them?
That's an
That
incredible
is
question.
such a good question. Thank you for asking. So a yeast. So we all know what yeast is. It's the active ingredient in bread.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. It's a bacteria that feasts on sugars and simple carbs and proliferates into bread. Do you want to be exerting bread out of your vagina? That's why we need to prevent the yeast infections. Thank you. This is a spelunker. This is me on our wedding night. So obviously you do. So it's an infection, right? It's the yeast. It's a bacteria, and the bacteria is going to be eating away at the vaginal lining. It's the urethra and all this stuff. So basically, what you need, what you want to do to prevent yeast infections, is, I think actually what you need to do as a woman is to pee after sex, right? If you have sex, you need to pee right afterwards. That's your best bet to preventing a yeast infection.
Why?
I'm not taking a pause.
Well, because the
to
urine
pee.
clears out your tubes.
It clears out my tubes.
Yeah.
Because my tubes are all blocked up.
Well, if you got the yeast bacteria,
I
the urine,
see.
it'll flush it out.
I see. Because the urine comes from the tubes?
It comes from the urethra.
Right. And it all works together.
Well, you have the urethra, you pee it out, and there so falls the yeast infections. And so I've often thought, you know, yeast is considered the starter. Can you take yeast from a vagina and start a loaf of bread?
Stop!
Probably.
And I've often wondered that. And so, does that answer your question, Lena?
It does, thank you.
You're welcome. And so we got the two holes. Now we're venturing into the vagina. Magic school bus. Everybody join us. Now we're inside. Now you hit a wall eventually. And then you're coming off onto the left and to the right. These are the fallopian tubes.
I'm inside your wall.
The tubes are very important because they take the eggs and they trap and they take them in there. The fallopian tubes, some people make them out of necklaces. Some people keep them right in there, you know? And that's all good. Either way is fantastic. Go ahead, Olivia, please.
What is PMS and where does it come from?
Post-menstrual cycle system. Symptoms.
Suck.
Post-menstrual symptoms. What is PMS? You know, that's a phenomenal question. Thank you for asking.
Yes, absolutely. You seem very educated.
Post-menstrual symptoms is during your period. Listen, your body goes through a lot.
Pre-menstrual. Not post.
Pre-menstrual symptoms.
Oh.
Your body goes through a lot in preparation for this miraculous process. Hormonally.
Syndrome, by the way.
Oh, it's a syndrome. Is it a syndrome?
Premenstrual syndrome.
You guys have a syndrome every month?
Every month, girl. I know. You got to get on, like, literally.
I have Tourette's syndrome. That shit's for life.
Oh my God, we're sisters in that.
You know, every woman has a syndrome. Shit, no wonder Andrew Tate is so skeptical. Sorry.
Pull up.
Right.
You can go ahead and hit the button, Dan.
Oh.
Really?
I didn't think it was bad. It
You want
was
to know?
clearly
No,
an
whatever.
ironic joke.
Go ahead, Dan. No, I'm
Smash
kidding.
that button.
It's too late.
Don't hit it. You're
No,
running out of time.
No, if everyone says it's unnecessary.
That's fine.
No, you're
Popcorn.
Yeah,
still
so
winning.
where were we?
You're cooking.
PMS syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot. You got hormones. Your body is changing to shed the vaginal lining. It's a lot. And so, as a woman going through that, it can cause some adverse effects in mood, in comfort, back pain, stomach cramps, all these kinds of things, which we praise, we worship the women. Thank you. These are the things that we as men. We need to endure because wow, what a miracle that women they have a whole symptom for us.
Wow. Wow.
That's awesome.
Now, once we were talking about the fallopian tubes, so we're going to the sacs. What's interesting about the sacs, the ovaries. There's a finite amount of eggs, you guys. Women are born, they've got a finite amount of eggs. We don't just pull them out of the ether. And so, ladies, get to work. Because them eggs ain't gonna last forever. So if you're not freezing them, you better get them fertilized. Because you're running out of time.
I didn't know that.
There's a finite amount of eggs, love.
I actually didn't know that. I thought they generated. Spawned.
No.
They spawned.
No, I understand that misconception, but no, it's a finite amount.
That's crazy.
So that's this thing. That's what menopause is, I guess, is when you run out of eggs, your body's like, well, all right.
Fuck.
That's it. That's that. Go ahead, Olivia.
What happens during menopause?
It's like fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
3 down. 3
That's language.
yards down.
That's my language.
Menopause. That's a very good question.
Oh, right. You're a football fan. Now.
Right.
Right.
So
Obviously.
as women age, the body says, listen, the reproduction thing, not a good idea.
Listen.
40, maybe not 40, 50, 60, the body's like, let me do you a favor and just call it off. Because frankly, there's, having birth at an older age, it carries a lot of risks, not just for the child, but for the mother. And we love the mothers and the babies. And the body is saying, hey, let's shut it off. And so menopause is the body saying, let's wrap it up.
Cut them off.
Let's wrap it up and call it a day. And that's what menopause is. There's actually been a breakthrough in treating menopause with not testosterone, but estrogen. There've been breakthrough treatments to treat women going through menopause with estrogen that lessens the detrimental effects of menopause. And it's something people don't talk about a lot, but yeah, women who are going through menopause, it can be a very difficult time in a woman's life. And so we must respect, we must endure, we must acknowledge, once again, the reproductive miracle that is the female anatomy. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks, Professor.
Professor, are we eating lunch in here, or are we going? We're leaving first.
The vulva.
Professor, what's the homework?
The homework.
Why are you asking about the? Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
These fucking kids.
The homework is don't get pregnant. Unless you want to.
Yes.
All right. Where are we? Do I need to drink more? Do you have a butt? You wanted to bick it, right?
Oh yeah.
What are you even saying?
What'd you
You
say?
have a razor? You're gonna bick it with shaving cream?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's crazy right now.
That's crazy right now.
Can you bring the blower? Cause I'm fucking out of this world right now.
No, you're doing great.
Lena, did you order the Bel Grande?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Do it right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting on everyone's orders.
Tell them it's urgent.
I did. I did.
He's like a giant baby.
Limits urgent right now with the Bel Grande.
It's not Bel Grande,
We've
is
actually
it?
preserved
What do you
your
mean? That's what it's
hairline.
called, the Taco Bell. Bel
Wow.
Grande.
He actually you're just all hairline right now.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
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 Let me see.
That's a cool cut.
Vibes. Tripletic, eat your fucking heart out, bitch. This is what a real haircut looks like. Loser.
Whoa.
Dan's about to be the barber
It's
of the
amazing you were
world.
able to hold on to it like that.
Do you guys want me to explain anything, love? Did you put up the poll?
It's evolution.
There is a poll and they wanted evolution, yeah.
Well, that's perfect because we've been talking about Darwin.
That's why we've been talking about Darwin. We already told you all this.
This looks like an accidental
I can
Renaissance
totally
painting.
explain the theory of evolution. I mean, it's no
This is
problem.
art.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look like
So
11.
Charles Darwin's a great thinker.
Yep.
This
Wait.
man went to the Galapagos Islands.
Yep.
And the Galapagos Islands is interesting because
Spell Galapagos.
there's basically no there's basically no human evolution there. This is an island that's untouched by the hands of man. And what he observed there was basically that, you know, there are different species, but they have commonalities.
Okay.
For example, here you have a bird. He likes to fuck with worms. And worms are whereby, you know, the early worm gets the worm.
Right. Early bird.
The early worm gets the worm.
That's what they say.
But then you say, well, there's food in other places that are really dope too. For example, you know, there's aphids and flowers. I'm just using that example. And so the birds, they adapt to what suits their environment. So some birds fuck with the worms, and then some birds fuck with the aphids.
Right.
They're different species. And then Darwin, this genius, he looked at that and said, you know, I think looking at this, if this island was isolated for all this time, I think it all started from one bird. And there's an evolutionary advantage. Like one bird, let's say, that will fuck with aphids. He could, let's just say, he could see green really good. And then this motherfucker, he got hit by like radiation in space and it fucked up his DNA. And he could see DNA really good. And that he had this evolutionary advantage where he fucked with aphids.
Okay.
And then this dude who fucked with aphids, he fucked all the mates. He fucked all the girls because he lived hella long.
Why?
Because he lived hella long, duh.
Why?
All the other idiots were dying of starvation. And he fucked all the girls because he lived hella long with on the aphids vibes.
On the vibes.
What about the turtles?
What about the turtles?
What about Noah and
What
his
about the
ark?
Galapagos turtles?
Yeah, so the turtles, similarly, because some turtles, they fuck with plants and carrots and cabbage. But some turtles, they fuck with fish. And so maybe let's say that we started with the Galapagos turtle. And then one of them one day was like, I'm going to eat fish. But that was a huge evolutionary advantage. And he ate real good. And he got real big.
Who
and guess
was
what?
he?
He fucked mad bitches.
Who was he?
He fucked mad bitches. And then all of his kids learned from him. And they're like, yo, veggies and carrots are dope. But I eat fish because that shit gets me fuck mad bitches.
But aren't
Hold on. Go ahead, Zach.
fish come from water, right?
So
So didn't we come out of the water?
how far back you want to go? I'm not trying to do the Garden of Eden, motherfucker. I'm trying to do a Galapagos turtle. How far back you want to go? I mean, goddamn.
Let's go back to the beginning.
You know, Eve came from my damn rib.
Oh,
That's some
your
bullshit,
rib.
though. The Bible's misogynist. Eve didn't
For
come
real.
from no damn rib.
You know what? I'll stand behind you in that.
You know, Eden's the real one. You know, if anyone came from a rib, it was Adam.
Yes.
Because Eve's the one giving birth to motherfucker.
Yo, you
know,
look like Millie Bobby Brown right now.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. If God broke out a rib and said, you're from this shit, if anyone was Eve. Because what's Adam going to do to reprocreate? Just in the dirt? That ain't shit, dude. Fucking not damn shit.
Procreate?
Yeah, he's got to reproduce. You need Abraham and Isaac, all those motherfuckers.
I looked away for 1 second. We're shaving Ethan's head?
Yes, down to 0.
I'm
Football
still on
girly,
Genesis.
You're about to be like a Q-tip.
I'm still on
Clean as a
Genesis.
Q-tip.
We got a long ways to go to get through the Bible today.
I'm so excited.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know who the Bible is written by? Men. The Bible's written by men because y'all know that Eve has the power. Ab's a bitch.
Yeah.
And so, go ahead, Dan. Chill, dude. Why you hitting me so hard? Yo, chill, brother. Why you You're tearing the hairs out of my head, bro. You're supposed to cut them, not tear them. Is that a new razor or some shit that's been in the shower for a month?
No, he just opened it.
I like this Pastor Klein.
And so I'm saying that if Adam, you need to step the fuck off.
Oh my God.
Because Eve's the one to be having birth to Abraham and Isaac and all of them damn King David. Where do you think David come from? From the fucking female anatomy.
Pete Davidson.
I accidentally posted on my Instagram profile instead of the official.
What'd you post?
I posted like Ethan is now bald and he doesn't know it. Thanks for reaching 10,000 membership, but I could have deleted it because it's on my profile.
Oh my God.
Come on, girl.
So what was I talking about? Where was I?
There's a couple odd
So evolution.
drinks when Ethan mispronounces the name of something. You guys can.
Oh, you guys can go ahead.
Yeah.
So evolution, it's a really beautiful theory. I mean, ow, Dan, chill, bro. I need to evolve your ass out to a person who can shave better.
Can you explain the distinction of dinosaurs?
Well, dinosaurs just got fucking murdered by an asteroid. They didn't get fucked by evolution. They got fucked by outer space. That was an act of God.
And
God was like, enough. Y'all have been around for hundreds of million years. It's enough time. So he sent a comet from outer space that was so big, that hit so hard, it tossed up dust. It blotted out the sun. Plants died. Herbivores died. And you know what happens to carnivores like T-Rex, Carnivorosaurus? You know what happens to them when the plants die? They die. Everybody motherfucking died. But you know who lived? The rat. The mammal who goes into earth, who goes into the cave. He says, I don't give a shit that the sun got blotted out. And that's where we come from.
Why didn't they come back to life after?
Dinos?
Yeah.
They all died, bro.
Yeah, but like, why didn't they happen again?
How they gonna happen again? You need to evolve again from like basically just molecules floating around in a damn soup.
Science is
How dinosaurs gonna come again? It's like you're better luck having a monkey retype Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet. You know, the dinosaur, he ain't happening again. He's done.
Did you like dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs are sick as fuck, bro.
They're so dope. They're so dope.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
The favorite dinosaurs probably, I mean, I can't say no to Argentinosaurus.
Argentinosaurus?
The biggest dinosaur that ever walked this earth.
Really?
You think anyone fuck with him? T-Rex, Carnivorosaurus, Spinosaurus? That motherfucker would knock them into the next Tuesday with his tail.
I always found T-Rexes to be kind of...
I agree.
Yeah, that's a
T-Rex
pleb.
is just a classic.
Yeah, T-Rex is a pleb answer because you don't understand the genealogy. They, T-Rex, haha. Yeah, he's dope. But you know, Argentinus weighs like 100 times more than T-Rex. He would slap his ass into the next fucking Triassic period. Okay, the T-Rex would be nothing but a blip in the tar. He'd be tarred and feathered, bitch. You know, Argentinosaurus, that man weighed more than like the Empire State Building. And you imagine how big his shits were, brother? It's like the size of your house.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
So anyway, back to the theory of evolution.
What was Darwin's book's name?
The Origin of Species, idiot.
Hey, got it. Idiot. Dude, your hairline comes down so low. I feel
Exactly.
Like I'm at your eyes.
Is
Keep
this how
going.
you do it then?
Huh?
Is this how you do it for
Well,
yourself?
it's like very weird doing it on someone else.
Bro, I'm not really.
Especially when they're moving as much as they is. But yeah, I mean, roughly.
I'm not conceptualizing that Dan is actually razor blading my head right now. No, but Charles Darwin, I mean, shout out. This guy was a literal. This guy was on another plane of intelligence. He looked at birds. He looked at fish. He looks at mammals and he says, "This has evolved from millions." Nobody ever had that thought. He said, over the course of millions of years, this fish, this bird, has evolved. This fish has it has this evolutionary advantage, this competitive advantage. Nobody ever thought that. We take it for granted today. But Charles Darwin, this man was a genius. Nobody ever thought like him. And I think it's worth pausing.
What would he say to people who believe in Noah's Ark story?
I think you're a fucking... Okay, you know, I'm not going to go that hard.
Uh-oh.
Let me ask you this. Noah built a boat. This motherfucker built a boat. Okay, cool. He built a boat. Big enough for every animal in the world.
No way. That's not realistic.
We're talking about giraffes. We're talking about elephants. We're talking about tardigrades. We're talking about rats. We're talking about gerbils. We're talking about hamsters. We're talking about people.
What are tardigrades?
Those are the motherfuckers that can live in space, idiot.
Tardigrade?
Tardigrades.
Why didn't Noah save the T-Rex?
Because
What, on his ark?
that's a good question, but
There weren't T-Rexes.
the T-Rex already got exploded. But that's a good question.
I think it's fucked up.
Because the hardcore Christians believe that the Earth is only 6,000 years old or something. It's silly. They think that dinosaur bones were planted in the earth by God to test our faith.
Right.
Motherfucker, how much you testing our faith?
I'm gonna go against the grain for this part. So
why are you going against the grain?
Because you have to get this last little bit.
Go ahead. Ow, bitch.
Well, what about alligators and crocodiles? Those are dinosaurs.
Alligators and crocodiles are one of the most adaptive, one of the most successful creatures of all time. Alligators and crocodiles, they've been alive since dinosaurs were out there.
They are dinosaurs.
Well, no, that's not true, Zach. They're not dinosaurs. They're reptiles.
They're dinosaurs.
How are they dinosaurs?
They're dinosaurs.
They're literally not dinosaurs. Why would you say that?
They look like dinosaurs.
Okay, maybe they look like dinosaurs, kind of, but they're not dinosaurs. But they are one of the most competitive evolutionary creatures that have ever existed.
You know what was the last living dinosaur?
What?
Dianne Feinstein.
Dianne Feinstein. And she's dead, right?
Yeah.
She gone.
So there she goes. So God rest the Triassic. Rest in peace, Dianne Feinstein, the last living dinosaur.
Bruce says crocodile.
Do you have any other questions about that theory of evolution? Because I can tell you anything you want.
Anything?
Anything.
Do you believe in that monkeys ate mushrooms to become humans?
Well, I mean, that's
the stoned ape theory.
That's a pretty silly theory. I mean.
Before you do that, finish your water.
Yeah, finish the water first.
So some people say, and some people, it's just some small amount of quacks. They say, oh, mushrooms is the whole reason for human consciousness.
I don't think it's necessarily mushrooms. It's just any kind of psychedelic plant.
Well, mushrooms is the only natural one. So they no, it's specifically about mushrooms, magic mushrooms. And I mean, it's an interesting theory, but I mean, what do you want to do? You want to have thought experiments about everything? What can I tell you? I wasn't alive then. You know, I don't know.
I'm just saying it seems odd.
What's odd?
Becoming a human.
How
did we make the jump from monkey to human?
Well, because that's not what happened. I mean, a monkey is our distant cousin.
Yeah.
A monkey,
No, you're right. It is odd.
Our closest cousin is something like Cro-Magnon. It's something like these cave dwellers that had society. They had language. They had fire. That's one of the great lies that Christians will tell you to confuse you. Or not Christians, but people who deny the evolution of the theory of evolution. They'll tell you, oh, well, what happened? Monkeys didn't give birth to a human. But that's an overly simplistic explanation. Cro-Magnons breeded with Neanderthals, and that's what created humans, you know.
That makes sense. I agree with that.
Well, I'm just saying as an example, because, you know, the thing is, people can't understand the length of time. We're talking about millions of years. People can't understand the evolutionary implication of millions of years. And you have to surrender yourself to that great unknown. You know, you have to understand, like, I can't understand the changes that could take place in the genome of a monkey, of a gorilla, of a Cro-Magnon, of a Neanderthal over the course of tens of millions of years. You know, it's evolution. Let's say a Cro-Magnon, one group discovered fire, one didn't. Guess who didn't live? The ones that didn't discover fire. What's the difference? The ones that discovered fire, they have more critical thinking. They have more use of tools. So let's say they lived, and then all of a sudden we're gonna select from them. One of them built spears, the spear elks.
Sure.
One of them picked, you know, one of them was just a scavenger.
Sure.
Guess which one lived longer? The one that motherfucking speared elks. And then from them, you take another evolutionary fork in the road. One of them started to grow shit. That was the huge change in evolutionary biology. We used to cultivate.
Yeah.
How about that for a change? We used to grow cucumbers and berries and tomatoes. We understood that putting seeds in the earth grew plants. Guess which one lived longer? The motherfucker who's cultivated or the one that speared elks? The one that cultivated and speared elks. And over the course of time, hundreds of millions of years, guess what? A perfect, beautiful, biological intelligence evolved, known as the Homo sapien.
Sapien.
Sapien. Yeah. I said Homo sapien.
Yeah, Mr. White. Homo sapien sapien.
Not like gay.
Right, girl.
Homo sapien.
You and me, we're Homo sapien sapiens.
The people, they don't
Sapien
believe in
times two.
evolution is the people who they lack imagination.
Bro,
Yeah.
you don't even
they lack
believe in
imagination.
You don't even believe in the younger dryas impact theory.
Say what?
Younger dryas impact hypothesis.
They call this the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. And it's because there was a period in the Earth's geological history that geologists call the Younger Dryas, which lasted for 1,200 years, from 12,800 to 11,600 years ago. It's a very mysterious period. We see all the megafauna dying off suddenly and rapidly. We see rises in sea level. We see a huge collapse in global temperature. It's a cataclysmic epoch, and what is becoming clearer and clearer is that the evidence that a comet behind it is extremely strong. And as more and more evidence comes in, we realize how widespread it was. So they found evidence of the impacts as far south as Antarctica now. Previously, they were focused very much on North America. Now, as far south as Antarctica, as far east as Syria, this was truly a global event, and it changed the world. And I think, and it's my case, that it wiped our memory of a previous episode of human civilization, that right at the epicenter of this cataclysm was a civilization that we would regard as advanced, not a simple hunter-gatherer civilization, which was utterly wiped out in this cataclysmic event.
Younger dries?
You don't know.
What do you mean by that? Ow, Dan, chill.
We're almost there.
Just use some more lube or something, bro. You trying to tear the hair out of my head?
It's looking good.
Bro, you angry at me?
No, it looks good. You're looking real good.
I have no hair. Goddamn, call me Mr. Clean up in this bitch.
That's right.
I'm about to bleach your damn drains, these kitchen drains. Cheers.
Oh.
Ethan, would you like some water?
That?
Water? I have water.
You okay?
Somebody said that their dad works at Evolution, and he says that Ethan is right.
Ethan's right. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People think like, you know what's interesting? Of all human history, there's so many humans, billions and billions. They've all lived, they've all died. But of the billions of humans we produce, there's one out of a billion that has advanced our understanding of the world. It's incredible. Look at Sir Isaac Newton. This man, he invented calculus from his brain. He said, if not for the shoulder of giants I walk. This Isaac Newton invented calculus. We still study that shit in high school. One man who Apple hit his dome understood that. And the same thing for Charles Darwin. He sat on the island, he looked around himself and he said, evolution. It's not but for one of us as a collective species that looks at the world, the space we live in, and sees some prophetic truth. that none of us could have dreamed of. He advanced our whole society. We're nothing but an anthill. Ow. I don't know what just am I domed? I just got domed.
There's plenty to clean up, but
No, you've been domed.
Dan went crazy on that. Wow! Feel that, Hila.
Oh my God.
What happened? I don't even understand.
Should
That's
nail
so,
up
so
that
crazy.
dome.
I just got domed, bitch.
Official announcements were 3,500 away from the shaving of the eye.
How long have we been going?
Wow.
We've been going for 3 hours, 15 minutes.
Okay, wow. Can I get
You're
the
at-
blower? Because I'm out in Jupiter.
Can I feel your head?
Yeah, come feel my dome, motherfucker.
We're
Feels
just
so
about
weird.
at 11,500.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention. Damn, you bicked my dome down to the skin, brother.
I'll be honest, you look kind of good.
Yeah, it's not a bad look.
Yeah,
It looks kind of crazy. Go
You're
ahead, Dick
slaying
Dak.
that
Dak
cue
is
ball.
feeling my dome.
You want it?
You need a bucket?
You want it? Someone
I don't think so.
He's good.
I gotta go.
Just hiccups.
Nah, he good.
Adonai, Sefai type Zita, him la melcha.
Is Cam still here?
Thank you.
Nope. Man.
All right, I got the blower going. 2, 1.
We put the poll up, and people want you to explain Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Dude, I love...
I need another AA battery.
I can't help you on that.
I can do really good at that.
So if you want to go sit in the professor chair, because we don't have a podium.
Yeah, the podium has been broken, so if you could step over to the professor's chair here.
Stop.
Oh,
That means no more apologies.
No, you didn't do it. You're good.
Who broke the podium?
That was you. That was you.
AB, leave it zoomed out. It looks much more sad that way.
Yeah, he's working on it. Thank you, AB.
I'm feeling like a cartoon character right now with the hiccups. So you want to know about Hunter x Hunter?
I know that it is an anime, and that's about all I know.
Okay, so Hunter x Hunter is probably my favorite. Number one. The plot of Hunter x Hunter. I don't want to give spoilers, but
No, this will definitely be spoilers. This is the plot.
I'm good. I'm not gonna puke. I'm just. Thank you, AB.
I don't think you could talk about the plot of the show without spoilers. Allie's here, by the way.
So Hunters.
Welcome to the show, Allie. Give it up.
So
yeah,
the
spoiler
title,
alert if you
the
care about that.
namesake of the show, Hunter.
Yeah.
A hunter is an elite NEN user.
NEN user.
Who's
What's NEN?
selected by the school and granted a hunter card. There's a very select few amount of people. And when you get a hunter card, you can adventure, you can investigate.
It's like a license.
But these are the most powerful of the fighters in this world, the NEN users. And there's a whole diversity of NEN users. For example, Killua, his brother, that guy's a total freak. But he's a NEN user. And Gon is one of the most powerful NEN users in the world. And then you got Hisaka, who wants to fuck kids, which is crazy.
Whoa,
That's
what?
in the show.
Wait.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He gets a boner when he sees Gon fight, and he's like 12. That's in the show. Because he's attracted to power. It's not so much the age. He gets turned on by how powerful Gon is. And Gon is like 10 or 12 or something.
Okay, so both of these characters are children. Together.
No, Hisaka's like Hisaka's adult.
Oh.
He's like
okay.
and so he gets fully torqued when he sees
Is this actually what the show's about? This sounds kind of fucked up.
No, I know. Hisaka's a really fucked up character.
Huh.
But he's also a fan favorite. That's just the weird thing about it.
Anime moment.
But basically, you're living in this world, and there's this innate power called Nen. It's the power of the soul. It's the power of the being.
Okay.
And how you manifest that power says what kind of Nen user you are. Nen is kind of like chi for the lady.
Sure.
There's a specific test that they do where you take a cup of water and you channel your Nen in it, and then based on how the water reacts, decides what kind of Nen user you are.
Right.
What?
And what's interesting about Gon, the main character, is that he's a special Nen user. It cannot be determined.
So he's kind of like the Avatar. How an Avatar can use all 4 elements.
Not. What the fuck? You get? Why was it open? Olivia gave me an open bottle. Yeah, but you just spilled it all over myself. Thanks.
I wanted to open it for you.
So is he like he's like Aang? How like Aang could like use all he could bend all the elements.
No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like basically there's different disciplines of Nen use.
Okay.
And then there's the main type, which is like, frankly, I don't remember. But there's like 4 main types, and then outside that, which is even rarer, it is the unique Nen type. Although thinking back, I think Gon was strength.
Is it kind of like
user?
The unique type, is that kind of like how there was the heart power in Captain Planet? Like it was like earth, wind, fire, and then like the heart for some reason. It's kind of like the unique weird one.
I guess. But the thing about Gon is his dad was actually one of the strongest Nen users and hunters in the world.
No, it's Fredo.
He actually traveled to the New World. The thing is the world of the Hunter. It's a small island encapsulated by a whole big planet. And Gon's father is exploring the new planet, which is full of really powerful wildlife and monsters and such. So, Gon, his pedigree is frankly as good as it gets. And he is very powerful. Same thing goes with Killua. His pedigree can't be beat. I mean, his dad and his grandpa are one of the 2 top assassins in the world. The bounty hunters, frankly, they get paid for their time.
So his Nen use is hereditary? Like an express gene thing?
Yeah, partially.
Okay.
And so...
We just passed 1,500 members, by the way.
Wait, that means that you're...
Or 15,000.
Oh, no.
We passed it. We did it. Folks, we did it.
Joe Biden.
Wow.
One thing is for sure is that Killua or Hisaka wants to fuck Gon. One thing for sure is that Hisaka wants to fuck Gon, who's 10.
Okay, right. Yeah. You mentioned that part.
He's very powerful, though.
So it's all good.
But there's
no power imbalance because he's
dressed
very
like
powerful.
a clown. He's a weird character.
Yeah.
You can pull up a picture. People can see.
What's the name of the character again?
Hisaka. He's got a really cool
Hisaka.
theme song. It's like Spanish flamenco. Have you not watched Hunter x Hunter, Dan?
Say again?
Have you not watched Hunter x Hunter?
No. That's why I've been engaged with you. I'm asking questions.
It's so
this guy's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, he's attracted to power.
Kind of looks like a joke.
What's your argument?
It just so happens that the powerful people he's attracted to are children. He's a fucking...
It just so happens that they're children.
He's a lunatic, Dick, and he's super, super powerful.
Okay. What's with all the pedo shit in anime? What do you think? What's up with that?
It's not that good. The pedo shit in anime is pretty weird. I wish they didn't do that. do that.
Yeah.
What's your argument?
It's not good, you know. If I could wave a wand, I'd say no more pedo shit. Be gone.
So we're at 15,000, huh?
So Dan, do you want to get some get the razors?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess if we're doing this,
Is
Love,
there
why
anything else? Do you guys want me to explain?
Love, why'd you send this in Discord just now?
That is the anime character Isaka.
Oh.
That's what I said. Dude, are the commenters agreeing with me, or how did I do?
Nah, not really.
Really? What are they saying that I got wrong?
They're fucking. I don't know. They don't even know.
I wasn't keeping an eye on the chat.
Because I'm a big time Hunter x Hunter fan. Like that's my favorite.
No, I think you probably got it fine. I wouldn't listen to Love.
So to get the Hunter license, it's a very small group of elite, powerful fighters, and when you have the Hunter card, it enables you to basically travel the world, to work for anybody. It's the highest level of credentials. You know, you're made if you're a hunter. And so they have this really incredible hunter exam in which a ton of people compete, and only like the top, I don't know, 10 or so, maybe even less, get actually to graduate from the hunter,
It's just solid.
the hunter test. But Gon is so powerful. He's like 10 years old. He fucking dominated the competition. Same with Kulua. Kulua's pedigree cannot be questioned. I mean, this guy he comes from the finest stock possible. Anyone else?
Watch that demon die.
What's next?
I mean, would you like me to shave your eyebrows?
Well, are we at 15,000?
Yes, we are.
Then yes.
Okay.
I owe the
guess
people.
I'm coming then.
Should I go back to my seat?
Sure. Well, yeah. Why don't you go back to your seat?
1500 DPI.
Okay, I'm back in my seat. Dan's gonna shave my eyebrows. It's 15,000. You know what it is. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, what the fuck? Because I don't remember. I'm not gonna remember shit. Like, I don't even remember you buzzing my head. What's up? What's up? Peace and love, brother.
Peace and love, bro.
Man, but those who have watched Hunter x Hunter, it's the combat, the narrator. I mean, this show is fucking phenomenal. It is so damn good.
I'm a little worried to do this because I don't think you'll be able to stay still and
go ahead,
like around your eyes.
Let's go for it, brother.
All right.
It's 15,000. We owe the people.
Okay, can you? I don't remember.
I got a beer. Anyone got some Patron?
All right, I'm gonna have a razor near your eye.
Well, it's got a guard. It's got a guard.
But still.
Go ahead, Dan.
All right, here we go.
Well, don't hold my head like that.
I need to, and you need to stop moving.
Let me put my head up. Go ahead. Go ahead. I have Tourette's syndrome, Dan. Don't be.
I know, and I'm pretty understanding of that. But
I have to move.
Scared. I am scared.
Well, it's got a guard. Well, you're not gonna shave my skin off or something.
Just shave the fucking
Jam
eyebrow.
your eye into it, though.
No.
Okay. All right. It's happening. So try and stay still.
Dan he's maneuvering the buzzer across my fucking eyebrows. 15,000. Thank you to our members. You guys really, wow. Thank you guys so much. I wasn't sure if we had hit this.
I'm trying.
You want to hold his head still?
Yeah, here.
I wasn't sure if we'd reach this, but thank you to our fans. And, you know, again, this is the one time of year we get to advocate for ourselves because, again, this show is free. The live shows are free. Every episode of the week is free. And your support truly makes a huge difference. So thank you to everybody for your support. It truly means a lot, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I've never got that hiccup like this before from drinking. Where'd my eyebrows go?
Well, they're still there, brother.
They're still pretty there. They probably need the other clipper that doesn't have the guard to like actually get it down, but that does seem secure.
No guard,
Gotta
baby.
say, with all the weight you lost and the no hair, it doesn't zoom. It's a prime lens. That's the f-stop. You got that.
Fuck, the hiccuping is really annoying.
Yeah.
You got the Hassan head going on right now.
You want to feel it? Have you felt it?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's like sandpaper. Thank you to everybody. I love y'all so much. I get drunk once a year. Once a year. And it's for y'all.
St. Patrick's Day was less than a year ago. Just point out.
Close enough.
I wasn't this drunk, even on St. Patty's Day.
No, definitely not.
No,
Jesus, the hiccups, dude. You can't help it, but. All right, that's good enough, right?
I don't know. I can't see.
I mean, they're still kind of there.
Wait, there's
It
the
doesn't
eyebrows.
really. It's not noticeable.
Yeah, it's not noticeable.
Just-
Definitely, it's noticeable.
Just take it all off, goddammit. You know what I mean? Take it all off.
Oh my god.
Ethan, I left
I'm
some
not. I
Tums
can't
on the
consent because
table.
I'm so drunk. I'm gonna arrest you.
What's that, Lena?
Oh, I just said I left some Tums on the table. It might.
Dan is.
Oh, thank you, Lenny.
Stop. That is not what's happening.
No, it's not.
Lena said she left.
What did Lena say?
There's Tums right here if you want. If that.
Tom. You mean a shot of tequila?
No.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Tequila.
Tequila. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh my God!
Allie brought cake pops.
Hello, and welcome.
Brought cake pops.
Where did you come from?
She's been here for like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
How was my summary? Did you watch Hunter x Hunter?
She hasn't seen it. She hasn't seen it, she says.
Does anyone complaining? Throw it to me.
I didn't.
Wait, you already.
I didn't really see complaints about the,
You already
the Hunter
bit that
x Hunter
motherfucker.
summary. Maybe have the mods. Have you gotten any complaints? Mods?
Thank
Anybody crying for the mods?
So nice. Thank you, Alex.
It's actually really dangerous how you mischaracterize the plot of Hunter x Hunter.
How many K-pops did you get?
There's chocolate, vanilla cake.
Oh, apparently I think you accidentally hit the audio button on the
How?
You press the audio button on the button. I'm not sure, but everybody's in the chat saying they're hearing the button audio.
Perfect. That's great news. I'm not
Isn't it
even
crazy
trying
how some
to.
people have freckles on their eyes, on their eyeballs?
There are some people who do have that,
You
yeah.
know, there's people without eyes.
So true.
That's true.
They're
like
blind. They can't even see
One Eye
shit.
Willie. He's one eye.
Shouts out.
You know, Ellen Keller couldn't see or hear shit. What an idiot.
No.
She's
an idiot for believing in eugenics.
What is it? Who am I?
That clip
Oh my
is
God.
so nutso.
I'm scared to open my eyes and get pain on my eyeball.
No, okay, so don't.
No, but for real, who am I?
I know.
Oh my God.
Who am I? Say it.
I know.
You're Heisenberg.
You're telling me she couldn't hear or see, and somehow she decided that eugenics was the way to go? How the
Literally.
fuck did she even well, she touched a hot stone and she learned what red is? Give me a fucking break.
How'd she even
I have a
know
question
about
for
that?
you, Ethan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm doubting.
If she was on the crew,
I don't even think she was. I don't even think she's a real person.
You think
Ethan,
live?
if Helen
She's a
Keller,
synonym.
if she was on the crew, what are some sub challenges she could do for us?
Turn this way.
Challenge?
Yeah, some challenges.
How about drive me home? You want to impress me? Drive me home.
That's what I'm gonna do too.
Oh, brother.
Drive home challenge.
Kind of delirious.
It'd be pretty fucking easy. Drive me home. Anyone can do that. But Helen Keller come along. Oh, see, what's that? I can't hear either.
I don't think she said that.
Well, she also can't speak.
I can't speak. I can't hear.
She
I can't
can't
see. It's
speak
like, oh
No,
my
she's mute.
God, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why. I wish I knew
And
why.
somehow this girl. Well, I guess.
All right.
Somehow this woman, Helen.
We've all
Keller,
heard it.
She managed to be so prejudiced. Yeah, I can't
She
believe
was
it.
like, we need to breed out. Like what? You're thinking. Her thoughts are like this. And she somehow figured out eugenics and that.
We just got a $100 donation. Ethan, what do you think of this?
That's Saddam's Fat Love's hiding place. Entrance hidden by bricks and rubble. Air vent. Fam. I think it's pretty legit. Love, what do you think?
I like it.
It's a safe place.
That might be like a left back door kind of vibe.
How long was America in Iraq? He needed to stay in there for a long time, man.
In the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needed to stay in there for like 5+ years at least, right, Dan?
Whoa.
Saddam?
If he wanted to make it.
Oh, you mean if he wanted to like
wanted to,
outlast the occupation? Yeah, he would have been there for a long time.
8 years, 8 months, and 28 days.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shit.
See, on this side of your forehead, on
Can we
this
fact
one,
check
you
that?
have a lot of hair dye that's coming in. So I want everyone to know that's not me.
Yeah.
You're talking about this side.
Yeah, I'm talking about that side.
Show the front. So you're talking about like this area?
There, and then like right here, there's just like splotchiness that's occurring. That's just like I want No,
stop!
Girl, I
You
put
ruined
so
it.
much. It's
Wait.
fine. It's okay.
It's
Just
not your
don't
fault.
touch it anymore.
It is
You
your
did a
fault.
good job. I appreciate. Thank you.
Thank
I know
you.
that
I
you care.
forgot. We're getting
crazy.
makeup.
No, it's okay. I know that you care, and that's really nice.
All right, who's the
Flash.
first televised
Flash.
president?
Who's what? Who's what?
I have some trivia for him.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, smile.
All right, Ethan. What are the brightest objects in the universe, emitting
Quasar, stop.
thousands of times more luminous than entire galaxies?
So Quasar.
Look
No,
at
your
the wall.
smile.
You say
What? Smile.
you say it was a quasar?
Yes.
Okay, very good point.
Obviously, Dan.
Let's see.
Do you want to know more about quasars?
Yeah.
No, I have more trivia for you. You ready?
Do you know what a quasar
This
is?
celestial object is powered by supermassive black holes at their center, which consume surrounding matter and release enormous amounts of energy in the process.
Quasar.
That's correct. Very good. Nice.
Quasar back to back.
I have one for Ethan. When's Kendrick Lamar's birthday?
Ooh. Ooh.
I think he's a Cancer, right?
That's wrong.
Okay, well,
Not
I
even
don't know. I
close.
don't stalk him like you.
Not
What's his
even
birthday?
fucking close.
Not even close. That's embarrassing, bro.
Look towards
He's a
the wall.
Gemini.
He's
So
a
what's his
Gemini.
birthday?
He is such a Gemini,
He's a
right?
Gemini queen.
He's very much a Gemini.
He's so Gemini.
I'll tell you
code.
what. He's very much a Gemini.
And Drake's
Give
a
me more
Scorpion.
space
A Scorpio?
questions, Dad.
Yeah, Drake's a Scorpio. Which
That makes
That
so much
makes
sense.
that
sense.
makes sense.
That
Makes so much sense.
Blush looks
Ethan.
fine.
What's his birthday?
It's June 17th, 1987.
You want to know more about
June
quasars?
17. It's
That's-
close
No, I
to
want to
you,
keep
Ethan.
asking
Yeah, that's
you
right, that's
trivia.
right.
You ready?
Mine is the 25th, so that's like what? Like a week apart.
Oh, you guys could have been friends.
And what
we
year?
are friends.
Look up.
What year is he born?
1987. He's only 2
Oh,
years
like me.
younger.
Aww. Just like you.
What year?
I love that.
Would you want to know more about quasars?
No, I have more trivia for you though. You ready?
Why don't you want to know more about quasars?
This object emits jets that can extend for
Quasar.
millions of light years across. That's correct. That's very good.
I'm getting the pattern. Quasars are super fascinating, Dan.
I know. I have 50 facts about them in front of me right now.
I know all of them.
Actually, it's 100. It's 100 fascinating facts.
100?
You know all of them?
I mean, probably.
Well, did you know that the intense radiation emitted by quasars can produce complex absorption features in the spectra of intervening galaxies and intergalactic gas clouds, providing insights
I
into
didn't
their
know what you're
physical
talking about. I
properties?
don't know what you just said, man.
I think it means that they're so bright that it's like backlighting a galaxy it's on the other side of, and
Like a
that
hair
can
light?
provide insight to scientists about what's going on in those galaxies.
Quasars are okay. Let me tell you something about quasars. Dave.
All right, lay it on me.
The quasar. A quasar basically is when a supermassive black hole is feeding on stars and planets and celestial objects.
Oh.
RBGX?
What?
Nothing.
It emits a shitload of energy. And what this energy is called is the quasar. It shoots from the top and bottom, the north and southern poles of the black hole. And it's so bright. You're not listen to this. This is not a lie.
I'm listening.
The quasar is so bright. It's so powerful. It's the most powerful and bright thing in the universe. It's brighter. One quasar is brighter than all the stars in the entire universe combined.
Wow. That's
Dan,
crazy.
you hear that?
Is that true?
It is true.
You just blew
That's
my
staggering.
fucking mind.
It is. It's fucking staggering.
It's absolutely staggering.
And
you're saying one single quasar?
One single quasar is brighter than all the stars in the universe, known universe. Quasars only happen on supermassive black holes. So essentially what's happening is as these celestial objects get sucked beyond the event horizon into the black hole, it emits an incredible amount of energy and light. X-rays and gamma rays. So much so, you guys, I don't want to scare you guys, but it's called a what's it called? Hold on one sec.
You got it.
A gamma ray burst.
Oh yeah.
There's a thing called a gamma ray burst that comes from quasars, and it can travel I'm talking billions of light years.
Ethan, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I really found that fact that you gave hard to believe about one quasar being brighter than all of the stars in the known universe, and I think you got confused. One quasar is brighter than all of the stars in a galaxy, not the known universe.
Ooh.
Which really calls into question all the other quasar facts that you're telling me about right now. I don't really know what to believe.
Hold on. Well, the galaxy is kind of the universe. What are you going to look at? Are you going to talk about all the other galaxies out there? What are you, fucking Q from Star Trek?
Yeah, I mean, that's completely different scale.
The thing is, during a supernova...
Yo, somebody in the chat said Quasars. Oh!
Bro, I'm going home after that.
Whoa.
I'm literally going to go home after that.
Yeah, you don't have your wing.
Hold on, your mic is so high. Why is it so high?
I don't know.
There, that's good.
Thank you.
It's still kind of high.
That's alright. I'm not doing much talk. I'm not doing much talking.
Bastian Anderson just donated and said, recently renewed my membership to show support. It's not much, but love Ethan, Hila, and the crew. Listen, that's more than enough, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You.
That's it. That's all. That's everything, man. Look at this tiny shirt I'm wearing. Oh wait, I took it off already.
Yeah.
So so quasars are the brightest light in a galaxy. Okay, whatever. Dan. Oh, a galaxy universe.
Well, there's like trillions of galaxies,
Not
right?
trillions, billions.
Well,
Tone
a
it
lot.
down.
There's a lot of galaxies. So
Tone
it
it
being
down.
brighter than one galaxy is nowhere close to being as bright as the whole known universe.
So the thing is like a supernova.
Look more towards the wall. Yeah.
Like with my eyes open.
No, eyes closed, just your face. You can keep talking. Sorry.
Keep talking, buddy.
So
Sorry.
it's okay. That's my fault.
No. No. Take your time. Take your time.
You ever do this on a moving object?
No, but it's good practice.
I'm a quasar.
Oh, damn. You are traveling through space right now.
A supernova, which is when a star explodes. That's how black holes are created. and a quasar, they can be brighter. Like if there was a black hole, or I mean a supernova in our galaxy, it would appear brighter than our own moon, a full moon in the sky.
That sounds terrifying.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
From like billions of light years away.
Wouldn't it kill us all if it was like directly pointed at us?
So that's what quasars do. Quasars shoot like very high intensity beams from the top and bottom. And there's a thing called gamma ray bursts, which come from quasars, which is it's usually quasars are created, like, for example, when two black holes merge. Like extraordinary cosmic events. And it's so powerful that from billions of years, it can annihilate the entirety of our life on Earth.
Wow.
From billions of years. And further, what's interesting is they think it's happened before. There's been extinction events here on Earth that are completely unaccounted for. And the best working theory for some of them is that it was the result of a gamma ray burst from a distant supernova or quasar. So it could be that any moment we just get completely blasted by a gamma ray burst. What would happen was the side of Earth that's exposed to the gamma ray burst would be instantly evaporated.
You guys, it's wing time. I'm nervous.
What's wing time? Oh, the eyes?
Yeah. Wing time.
Fly away.
Fly away.
We're
Okay,
100
close
away
and
from
try to stay as
1,200.
still as you
It's happening. I mean, 12,000.
The opposite side of the Earth would just basically, they would just die of starvation over time, because it would just annihilate all life on the side that was exposed to the gamma ray burst. It would shoot up a bunch of dust. The sun would be blotted out. It would just be a horrible, horrible death. You definitely want to be on the side exposed to the gamma ray burst, in my opinion. Although life clearly did persist beyond. If life on Earth was exterminated by a gamma ray burst, clearly something did survive. So maybe it is okay to be on the dark side of the Earth.
Life finds a way.
Right.
All of you use
I have a
powder
very
for
important
the-
question.
for
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
liner?
Go ahead.
Okay, and then you use liquid?
Yeah, I'll do like powder to make sure I have the shape correct. Because it's so hard to take off like with liner. And then because I just always smoke out anyway, I'll keep going with eyeshadow, then do liquid, then try to get as little powder just right on the top to make it clean. And if I have to, I'll go in with the liquid again.
Okay.
It's a science a little bit. Right, Ethan?
Absolutely.
I think so, yeah. Carl Sagan is crying right now watching you do this.
Oh, you got
It looks amazing. I love the blush so much.
Oh, I don't know
Looks
if I know the
good.
word.
Yeah.
That's right.
Looks great.
What were you going to say, Danathan? Y'all want me to do the Civil War, huh? Well, you came to the right place.
You know, the time is actually running out.
Well, how much time we got?
We're at 9 minutes. We might be at the very last stretch here, which I'm not surprised that it slowed way down, because there's been a lot of donations and we're all running out of steam over here.
Let me do the Civil War. That's what they want.
All right. The people did ask for the Civil War. You can hit us with some Civil War.
Should I do it here or over there?
I think over on the chair again on the green screen, so we can put you into the Battle of Antietam.
All right, the final one.
The final H3 Podcast presents Drunken Lecture Series for Professor Dr. Ethan Edward Klein,
the Civil
PhD.
American Civil War is actually one of them.
We actually did not specify with Civil War, so if you would want to call an audible and do a different Civil War.
Pretty sure they mean the American Civil War. Since that we're American.
How about the Civil War in Africa? Like
I mean, I don't know anything about. Well, you talk about the continent? There's a continental civil war, Zach? What do you mean by that?
Like the Sudan.
Oh, you talk about Sudan.
Yeah, what's going on in Darfur?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay,
But I
let's
can
talk
think
about the American Civil War.
So the American Civil War it's really a fascinated. There's a lot of misinformation about it, because people are vested in the heritage, the meaning, for example, specifically of the Confederacy. The Confederacy, of course, is the southern states that banded together and seceded from the nation, the United States of America, to create their own nation. A lot of the things that people reject, which is just total historical revisionism, is that it wasn't about slavery. It was about states' rights. In the North, the industries were basically entirely industrial. They were working in factories, they were producing goods and all this kinds of stuff. Yet in the South, they had crops, tobacco, cotton, and such. And slaves were the lifeblood of their economy, frankly. And there was a growing sentiment in the North that they're like, hey, slavery is fucked up. I think we need to end this shit. And the South, because, you know, their economy is entirely dependent on these slaves picking cotton and tobacco and such. They say, no, these people are our property. I bought them. They're mine to produce these goods. And that people try to pretend like that's not the main dispute, but let's be very clear. That was the main dispute. It was a war over slavery. Is slavery okay or is it not okay? That was the main. All this states' rights bullshit is just revisionary bullshit. The South was fighting for slavery. I mean, their whole economy depended on it. So basically, the North was working on curtailing slavery. And there was at a certain point where the South said, hey, we don't need y'all. We all fuck with slaves. We all have crops. We're all making bank. Why do I need to even associate with the North? Shout out Alexander Hamilton, who established the central bank, which was a stroke of genius. The central bank consolidated the debts and the monies and the credit of all the states together to make them a powerhouse, a financial powerhouse. But the South they were doing very well, frankly, because slavery, you know. When you have free labor, endless labor, it's hard not to do well. And so you have the South, and you have the North, who's moving more and more against slavery, this industrial kind of new age society. And the South was like, you know, Jefferson, what's his name, motherfucker?
Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Davis, he's the president. They're like, you know what? We're gonna secede. We don't need y'all. We're gonna do our slavery thing. We're gonna do our crops, and, you know, fuck it. And, you know, Abraham Lincoln, who was the president at the time, he wasn't having that. And many historians, they think of Abraham Lincoln as one of the great, if not greatest, president.
You said us. You consider yourself amongst them?
I'm one of the great historians. They consider Abraham Lincoln, you know, alongside George Washington, to be one of the great presidents of our time, one of the great philosophers, thinkers. And the genius of Abraham Lincoln was that he said, this is one of his quotes, "A union divided cannot stand." And so he looked to the South as, frankly, traitors, as un-American. They wanted to leave. They wanted to live a life of owning people. And let me remind you, America was one of the last places on earth to end slavery. This isn't like the cultural norm. In Europe, slavery has been abolished. So it is pure savagery on the South to treat the slaves as they do. And so Abraham Lincoln, God bless him, was in charge, and he looked to the South and said, look, you can't secede. This is one nation, indivisible, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. And so he mounted the great might of the northern territories, the industrialism, the Yankees as they call them. And historians say this, frankly. The South, they never had a chance. They were fucked from the beginning because, listen, the North is fighting for higher ideals, more industrialism, more people. The North was the future. The South never had a chance, yet they fought. They fought to the death for the idea that slavery, black Americans were of a lower class than they were. Anyone that tells you that the Civil War wasn't about slavery is a revisionist hack. Let's be real. That's one of the things that people are trying to do, you know. It's total nonsense. It was all about slavery.
Oh God, the time is going up rapidly.
It's only 14 minutes.
Ethan's credit card is donating a bunch.
He's got my card. Yo, my card just donated like 20 times from different people.
They're donating 50 at a time, and let's see. I've lost track already. How many? Several sets of 50 have been donated.
I mean, people look at Abraham Lincoln as, if you read about it, this man was really, truly a one of a million type of guy. I mean, this guy was a statesman, a thinker, a humanitarian.
He's flaring up right now.
It's almost like the right guy in the right place at the right time. I mean, Abraham Lincoln, it's hard to overstate just what a prolific fucking statesman this man was. Weird looking dude, though, incidentally. Really weird. And
have you ever seen anyone that looks like that?
Never. And like, I mean, back then there wasn't a lot of tall people. This man was like 6'5". 6'5".
Jane Lynch. Yes. Olivia just shouted out Jane Lynch.
You're right.
You know, trust me when you're in school and everyone says Abraham Lincoln's one of the great presidents. It's true. This man looked to the South and said, a union divided cannot stand. And so he mobilized the Northern troops with all of its industrial might, producing guns, ammunition, volunteers, Yankees, led by Ulysses S. Grant, a great general. Not as good, though. Robert E. Lee, the general of the Southern Confederacy, was held to be one of the great generals of all time.
It's debatable.
Amazing.
What's interesting about Robert E. Lee is that he wasn't so much pro-slavery as he was just representing his state.
I think that's kind of a myth.
Which was a Confederate state. What, Dan?
I think that's kind of a myth.
Which part?
The Robert E. Lee not caring about slavery thing. I think he had
From what I've surmised.
I've heard that many times throughout my life, and I think I've read a pretty good debunking of that theory.
He served the Confederacy out of loyalty to his state. Because it's easy to forget that back then, each state truly stood like a nation. It was called the United States of America. And when they said states, they meant that shit.
I live in the
Each
biggest house
state
in the
was
state
autonomous.
of Louisiana.
It was different. And, you know, so when Robert E. Lee saw, I forget which state he's from, Virginia or something, saw that his state was joining the Confederacy, he said, well, that's what side I'm falling on. But as the battles took place, it was a bloody, catastrophic, horrific war. I mean, it was just hellish. 600,000 or something Americans.
That's you. Wow, you remembered it correctly. 620,000 American deaths in the Civil War.
600,000 perished tragically. And these are horrific deaths. When you get shot with a musket ball and it tears through your arm, we're talking about like someone tries to amputate your arm, then your arm gets infected and you die slowly and horribly. I mean, these people really, really suffered and fought for their ideals. But Ulysses S. Grant, who was the general for the Northern armies, he was no slouch. People try to take credit from him, but when he put the Northern armies, he marched on the South, on the capital of the South. He marched all the way through the, what was the capital of the Confederacy? What was the state of it?
The capital was in Virginia, but I think you're probably thinking about the march to Atlanta.
Montgomery.
So, Ulysses S. Grant.
But that was Sherman. But I think under orders of Grant.
Yeah, Sherman.
Yeah.
He took the army straight through the heart of the Confederacy, razing, burning, scorching, demolishing the South. The power, the gear, the soldiers of the North, it was overwhelming. This is a high-tech, modern, industrial state. The South never had a chance. Let's be real. Historians know, people who study the Civil War know, the South never had a chance. What's interesting, however, what's really interesting is that if you look at America today, it's still spread across the same borders that you would have seen at the Civil War. You got the Southerners and you have the Northerners. That pain, that trauma that took place as old Dixie went down, as they say, drove old Dixie down. The Southerners, they still feel that sense of, the boot on their neck.
It's a great song, by the way.
Thank you. The band.
Yes.
And so a lot of what you see today, the friction you see in modern United States culture, it traces directly back to the Civil War. In the South, you had crops, you had agriculture, you had slavery. In the North, you had industrialism. And it still traces back all the problems we see today. You see people flying the Confederate flag. It's crazy, but it's the same fucking thing. They're tracing their roots back. People don't understand. The Confederacy, traitors. Evil motherfuckers, traitors. They want to own people. They want free labor.
Really crossed the line.
And yet you see today, people in the South, they're flying Confederate flags. They have Confederate flags on their license plate and their ID or whatever. They live by it. What they're telling you is that I am a fucking traitor. I'm a traitor. I'm a traitor to America. I'm a traitor to the humanity itself. I think a lot of them are too dumb, frankly, to understand that. They go, oh, it's just my heritage. No, the Confederate flag means one thing, slavery. The Confederate flag means one thing, owning people. And it blows my mind, frankly, that there are people that fly the Confederate flag. I mean, they're dumb. I don't know what to say. They're not well educated.
Fuck me, right?
Yes.
As long as it's entertaining.
But if it was someone else as president other than Abraham Lincoln, they could have just said, hey, God bless, enjoy your slave state. And we'd be living in two different countries. Yet Abraham Lincoln, in his infinite wisdom and foresight, incredible statesmanship, he saw that and said to himself, a state divided cannot stand. And made the impossible choice to go to war with his own countrymen. 1860. And it weighed on him his whole life, frankly. Hundreds of thousands of Americans died fighting. Brothers fighting dads. Brothers fighting other brothers.
Un-American.
Sisters fighting brothers. You know, it was just such a horrific, brutal, sad, barbaric time in American history. But ultimately, progress is inevitable. Slavery is done. In America at the time of the Civil War, it was done everywhere. In Europe, in Africa, in Asia, slavery was done. America was one of, if not the last one, to abolish slavery. Progress will always win.
Wow.
And, you know, Abraham Lincoln, God bless him, number 16, he is truly an American hero.
God bless.
Prophet and a true American. Right up there with George Washington. The two of those guys are just...
I saw the chair he got shot in.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you feel looking at it?
There was a big stain on the back. I'm like, no way.
Oh, you saw blood on it?
There was like a big stain on the back.
Where'd my hair go?
The back of the chair that Lincoln was shot in.
Where's my hair, Dan?
Shaved it off.
So, you know, ultimately in the Civil War, I mean, that's it. We won. We fucking won.
We
And
did it, Joe.
Southerners, the Confederacy, they're a bunch of sore losers. And when they fly the Confederacy and they tell you about so culture, bullshit. They might be too dumb to realize. But what the Confederacy means, that flag, that culture, that time, it means we own Black Americans. And don't let anyone ever tell you that war was about slavery. Period. Point blank. State rights, bullshit.
State rights to what?
Own slaves.
I know. That's just always what you ask if somebody tries to say that to you.
Yeah, we won. This country is the result of the Northern American territories. The South are traitors, they're losers, they're sadists. Fuck them. They lost. It's time to get on board. Fuck them. When you see a Confederate flag, make no mistake. It means one goddamn thing, and it's not about heritage. It's about slavery. It's about white people being superior to Black people. It's about free labor. It's about cheap labor. It's about an economical system that's based on free labor, much like Nazi Germany was. And so, that, my friends, is the Civil War.
Wow. No mistakes. Actually, there were probably several overgeneralizations and stuff, but please don't hold it against him. He is like 14 shots deep.
So I've lost my eyebrows and my hair.
You have. You have. I will point out that the clock has made its way back up to 25 minutes.
Oh, fuck,
Oh,
man. I thought we were
brutal.
almost done. Well, you need to get another shot. Olivia, you got me?
What?
Someone's got to bring me more alcohol.
More alcohol?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Anything. I mean, the tequila's gone, but give me the, you know. How did I do? Do you guys think I did pretty good?
I think it was, you know, yeah. The broad strokes were good, yeah. I'd have to refresh on the, is that for me?
I almost tripped and fell on you. Yeah,
Thank you. I'd have to refresh on the whole Robert E. Lee thing. I know that that's like something that's repeated a lot, that he
I think that's
was an honorable
true.
man that wasn't really into slavery, and maybe he did find it abhorrent.
I don't think he
but
was anti-slavery.
I think he was probably still pretty racist, and
he was.
There was,
he was pro-slavery.
At the end of the day, he still chose a side. You know what I mean?
Well, ultimately,
when the
choice he
line in the
made-
sand was drawn,
the choice he made was determined by the state of his birth. He was a racist, and he was pro-slavery.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. In fact, you know, Abraham Lincoln himself was extremely racist. You know,
he did have some problematic views for sure.
but that's one of the great historical questions that we have to ask ourselves: is that looking at someone like Abraham Lincoln, do we see him as a progressive, or do we see him as a racist bigot? You know, a lot of people, and this is a hotly debated issue. And that's just one of the things. I can definitely place Brucey as being more like Teddy Roosevelt.
Which one of your sons freed the slaves?
I'm thinking it might be Teddy.
Teddy? Okay.
He's like a super smart.
Yeah.
He's a very good boy.
Okay.
He's a leader.
Yeah.
He's the smartest.
Well, he's the oldest, so
I know.
his brain is the
That's
most
what's fun.
developed.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to judge.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Leave Brie Larson alone, brother. Look how hideous you are, and I don't mean physically. I mean spiritually, because I would never make fun of his physical appearance.
Bree is here to stay.
I would never call him hideous. Physically, spiritually, he's hideous. If you look at him, you know, you'd say this man is fucking hideous. At a spiritual, to a spiritual degree. Obviously, I'm not one to judge someone's physical appearance. But you could say, if it was just me and you to repopulate the earth, I would fucking curse our entire species to extinction. But that's nothing to do with his physical appearance. It's more about his personality.
I thought comedy was alive and